Hello, my name is Bethany Gibson, but everybody calls me Beth. So I'm from Amana Colonies, which is near Cedar Rapids, Iowa. My parents and I lived out in the country of Homestead until I was about 10 years old or so, and then my parents decided to build a house out in the country of South Amana. So and that is where my mom currently lives today. I went to the same elementary school, middle school, and high school, which was Clear Creek Amana, and I graduated from Clear Creek Amana High School in 2008. So a time I remember using math was in 4th and 5th grade. The way my elementary school had the primary grades set up, and even upper elementary, was the grades were combined. So kindergarten and first were together, second and third, and then 4th and 5th. So for those, it started when I was in 2nd grade. So I had the same teacher for 2nd and 3rd grade, and then the same teacher for 4th and 5th. So that my memory of using math that was important to me was in 4th and 5th grade when my teacher, Mr. Berger, taught us about using the money system. So he had it set up. I can't remember if it went for only a day or if it went for a week, but he gave us every day a certain amount of money to use. And that could be used to go into different specials. It could be used to buy different things from other classmates in the class. And even our milk, during milk break, we still had to pay for that. So he even had us doing the clerk job. So a friend would come up or a classmate would come up and want to buy an eraser or a pencil or something we had. So then we would have to actually work on giving the correct change back. So that's why I think this is an important memory for me, because it taught me the importance of our money system and actually was something that I thought was relevant to everyday living. I have to say that math is not one of my favorite subjects, but if I had to pick certain topics in math that I like better, that would be geometry and algebra. Algebra would have to be because I can find an answer and know that that's the correct answer by plugging it into a problem and plugging it into the problem and finding the correct answer. Geometry, I think why I like it so much was because I had an awesome teacher in high school. Her name was Mrs. Sheets, and she actually cared that I understood it. I think she was one of the first few teachers in math that I had throughout growing up that actually taught me and made sure I understood the topics. She would actually spend time after class or even before class or even answering any kind of question I had about it. So, like I said before, math isn't my favorite subject, but since coming to Iowa State a year ago, I took Math 186. And that class, even though I had to put a lot of time into it, it actually taught me to think of different ways to solve problems. And another thing it taught me was how a different way to look on fractions. And fractions were a thing I tried to avoid. But after taking that class and thinking and learning about ways to teach children to use their mind and to think of a way to solve the problems on their own, made me kind of go more towards liking teaching math. So, but I think a lot of it is that now that I'm older, I see the importance of math and how we use it every day. And I want to become the teacher that knows that there can be a variety of different ways to solve one problem. And with technology these days, and having the mindset of knowing that, excuse me, that I can teach or have my children think of ways to solve the problem on their own are ways that I think as a kid I would have liked to learn. So a little bit about me. I have to say I've always had a passion for teaching. After graduating high school, I went and I got my AA from Kirkwood, and then I took a few years off. I worked at a daycare in North Liberty, Iowa, and that is where I kind of found my passion to teach younger children. I always love spending time outdoors. I love going fishing with my boyfriend and spending time with our dog Buster. And one of my favorite hobbies, like I said, is fishing, and recently we've been doing some ice fishing, so that's been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this class and hoping to learn a lot about math.